Capricorn, hi. So this is going to be a reading for December 15th through the 21st. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Cappy, I'm just noticing the bird feeders. I gotta refill them. I haven't been back there in a little bit because, you know, snow. But it's, I did clean the sidewalks a little bit. Oh, no. Whatever. I gotta take care of the birdies. But anyways, let's take care of you meanwhile. Let's see, the overall energy for the reading, the Three of Pentacles. So, partnership. Why does this look and feel like work or friendship to me? Because it does. So, I don't know. Could be something else, but that's kind of what it brings for me. In the recent past, the Nine of Wands, the Hangman, the Nine of Pentacles. I see you not wanting to do something, but really sitting with it too. Just not, even if you don't really feel that you don't want to get engaged with something there. You don't just jump in and say, no, go away, ew. No, you don't do that. You're kind of like, you know what? Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of something here that's not right. So let me just sit with it for a little bit before I decide anything on it. So yeah, that's what you're doing. You're taking a little bit of time there to figure out, are you gonna fully reject this, or maybe it's something that is being brought up for you and you're trying to figure it out. I don't know. In the current situation, hold on. Do you hear that? Hold on. I just finished drinking my seltzer, which is a Waterloo there. It's sprinkling. It's like making noises, and it's like, I'm done. I'm done with you, bitch. Why are you not done with me? I'm scared of the can. It's, why is it talking to me? I just finished it. Okay. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's making like you know, that sparkling sound of something, and it's like, okay, the final bubbles. Anyways, in the current situation, the Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Star. You're very, very very driven here. There's something you're pursuing, something that's very, very significant to you, very meaningful, and you seem to be kind of with it, 100% with it, in the sense of, if a friend calls you and says, hey, let's hang out, like, nope, I'm busy, you know. That's kind of the almost stubbornness and really like almost fixation with whatever this is. It is looking good as an energy, whatever this is, but your focus is definitely shifting into this direction. It's like nothing else matter. Okay, in the immediate future, the Moon, the Ten of Wands, the Five of Wands. You're really struggling with something here, and you're not even letting it show how much you're struggling with something. But yeah, something's weighing heavy on you, and it's creating a lot of inner conflict, and you're kind of keeping it to yourself for some reason. Yeah, so something is affecting you a little more than you're leading on. But let's clarify. Let's see. The can stopped. What the hell was that? The final 10 bubbles, or what? I'm sorry, I finished the whole can. Anyways, for the Three of Pentacles, you get the Ten of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Cups. Hold on. See, because when I see the energy of this partnership, I see good energy surrounding it. You know, there's a foundation, a nice foundation to it. There's happiness. There's good times in there. All sorts of nice things, and they keep on coming. You know, it's not like, oh yeah, that's what it was. No. It still is. It still will be. It's fueled by that type of an energy. So okay, so at the base of this partnership, there's good energies. So then what the hell is going on here? For the 9 of Wands in the recent past, you get the 8 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Wands. Hold on. I don't understand. You're killing me here, because it's like, well, something is working out, and whatever you're kind of rejective of, it seems that it's a good energy. So that's where I'm trying to make sense of it, but I can't, because it's like, why? Hold on. There it is. Why would you then reject it if it comes through as good? It doesn't really make sense. Let me see the Hangman. The 4 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands. What do you want here? You want something. You want something to go a certain way. And it works, but not necessarily that certain way that you want it to go in. So maybe that's why you're stopping, because you're realizing, hey, this is my deal, my stubbornness, my need for control so that things can turn out my way, you know? Yeah, something is shifting or building up in a way that it does seem to fit, does seem to work out. But then you're showing me kind of a similar energy, but not the same, and saying, but I want it this way. And you're realizing that's just making things a little harder. It's like a little bit of flexibility there would fix this whole issue. Which you usually have. For the 9 of Pentacles in the recent past, you get the 7 of Wands, the Chariot, the Magician. Okay, so that's why it took some time with you, because you figured out, hey, I think this is my thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with the situation necessarily. I think it's coming from me, and it's my own resistance to things and my own need for things to show up in a certain way. And then eventually, after taking a little bit of time, you figure that one out, and you kind of are stepping in a place of, you know what, let it be what it is. I'm not going to try to kind of take control here. Okay, so it's your own little inner struggle with your need to take charge of things. Okay, good that you're kind of acknowledging what's going on as you go. Okay, let me do the 4 of Pentacles. You get the Lovers, the 9 of Cups, the Queen of Wands. You got something super important here. That energy keeps on creeping in. That energy of you trying to take charge, trying to take control. It keeps on creeping back in. And now it applies to this situation here that is tied up to a pretty important connection to you. There seems to be depth, there seems to be happiness, there seems to be love, there seems to be passion, there seems to be all sorts of nice things. But then here you come being like, I'm taking charge. It's like, why? What's there to take charge of? Oh, I'll find something. Okay. Let me do the Hierophant. And it's not, I don't think you're even doing it consciously. I think it's your energy that wants to take charge for some reason. So it's not even something that you would necessarily realize as you're doing it. Back there in the past, you did figure it out. Maybe it was the energy was so strong that it was obvious. In here, it kind of creeps in on you. This whole sense of... for the Hierophant in the current situation, you get the Moon, the World card, the Devil. Why do you want to run the show from behind the scenes by the looks of it? It's like, you're like a puppeteer in here from an energetic standpoint. It's like, okay, you're dealing with something that you're part of, right? A connection that you're part of. By the looks of it, the energies are great. The energies are awesome. And there you are in the shadow of all of this, kind of, you know, puppeting around by the looks of it. Why? At the same time, you don't want to be doing that. You're like, yeah, no, I don't want to, you know, I just want to go with the flow. I just want to be part of this and go with the flow. The bubbles are back. Oh, fuck off, bub. Is there something in my... Hold on. Oh, okay. There's like... I see them. I see 3 bubbles. Anyways. Okay. It's just... And it's kind of human. We all kind of go there. You know, it's impossible for... It's ego, it's control. It's part of us. Right? Where... Even when things are good, apparently, there's still that need of, I still want to have a say, or I still want to, you know, like, okay, you probably do, but not in the way you want to take control here, you know. So, I don't know. For the star in the current situation, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Justice card, the Six of Swords. Yeah, when there's no puppeteering here, nobody taking charge, nobody, you know, implementing rules for where things should go. The course of it seems freaking amazing, and you seem to fit it just fine. You seem to be in it. You seem to be like, yeah, that's exactly what I want. Then why puppet around? I don't know. Because that's you. That's your energy. That's obviously been there. So that could be something you're working around, this energy of yours, you know, of kind of determining when you feel the need to take charge, when you feel the need to take control. Well, right now you are, it's so subtle though, because it's behind the scenes. You're pulling the strings there. You know, it's, I almost see you like a little, you know, evil laugh, like, I'm doing this. Like, why? Why do you feel that need to still be in control, even when things go flawless here by the looks of it, if you let them? Man. Anyways, let's do the moon in the immediate future. You get the Emperor, the King of Wands, the Four of Cups. Well, no, you don't need to go behind the scenes there. You don't need to go backstage and start an argument with yourself either. You know, you just need to acknowledge this energy, because you're like, I see what's happening. It's like you're catching yourself. And then you're like, what am I doing there? What the hell is wrong with me? No, you know, don't fire the puppeteer. Just make friends with it. Like, hey, you know, do you need a cup of tea? You don't need to pull on the strings, but like maybe if you just sit back and enjoy the show without pulling on the strings. But don't go like you're fired, puppeteer. No, it's still you. You get upset with yourself. Like, I see what I do there. I see when that need to take charge. And that need to take charge is definitely there for a reason. You're gonna need it in some instances. Not for everything, though. You know, it's taking charge of your life, creating your reality. Yeah, you gotta participate in that. You gotta pick up those strings and be the puppeteer of that, yeah. But like everything, and especially dynamics with other energies that seem to work out just fine, why is that need still there? It doesn't always have to be there, you know? And I see you catching yourself, and you go and fire the puppeteer. For the Ten of Wands in the immediate future, you get the Three of Cups, the High Priestess, the Hermit. Yeah, there's that. I think you're trying to determine that difference of when it is time to take charge, when it is about you. Only strictly about you, and those times in which you are going to need to take charge, you know, pull on those strings. And then when there's other situations that involve other energies that, yeah, you can still take charge, but only on your end, only on your part, only on what you're bringing to the table, and that's it. Because then it blends into, we end up wanting to take charge over everything, and it's like, yeah, that's where the problems interfere. You know, that's where the problems arise. Of becoming controlling and this and that and the other. So I think it's a matter of, okay, you caught yourself doing puppeteering around there in backstage. And this is a time in which you're trying to kind of differentiate between when is it time to keep that puppeteer, when is it time to fire it. Which I wouldn't recommend fire. You just keep it around. Just don't use it all the time. But don't be upset with yourself through the process. We all have the fucking puppeteer. It's there for all of us, It's not necessarily something bad. It's actually useful if you know how to use it. For the 5 of Wands, you get the Page of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the Judgment card. You're like, no, the puppeteer is fired. Don't. No. Think of it as an argument between the mind and the heart, right? The heart just is. Doesn't need to control, doesn't need to do anything, any of that. It just is. The mind? Oh, the mind needs control. So it's like the same thing. When you bring those two into balance where they can coexist, then perfect. But yeah, it's the same thing. It's this is you just kind of navigating through some sort of experience that is making you aware how much you want to take charge, how much you want to take control. And when you find the you that wants to take charge, you go at it, you charge at it. First of all, don't do that. Second of all, you need that. So instead of kind of getting upset with yourself, just determine when you need that puppeteer and when you don't. And that's that. When you can give it some time off. From the universe for you as a final advice, you get the 6 of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the 4 of Wands. And it's not the same as, just because you don't want to control everything that happens within a dynamic, doesn't mean you don't care for whoever this is. It's not the same thing. A lot of people may be like, well, if I'm not involved, then that means I don't care. No. That's just us justifying our need to control things sometimes. No. So it's not the same. Love is one thing. Wanting to control a whole dynamic is another. So yeah, I think whatever experience you're going through revolves around this partnership that showed up here, which seems to be very, very close to you, but it definitely makes you figure out some stuff about your approach to things. So it's pretty cool. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.